Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to this session on form filling for the IIM Bangalore undergraduate admission test. So after a few delays, initially the application form was supposed to go live on 10th of October, then the date shifted to 14th of October, and later it was communicated that the form will come out in third week of October. And here today now we have the application form live. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to help you understand how to fill the application form. Number one is if you talk about the reason, number one, of course, it is about IIM Bangalore. You cannot go wrong. At the same time, the form is slightly costlier. For a few of the categories, like general category, it is around 3,000 rupees. So you cannot take chances over there. Not a difficult one, but we'll look at step by step on how to fill the application form. Remember, the last date for to apply is 20th of November. The application will close on 20th of November, and the entrance test we know is scheduled for 13th of December, which is a Saturday. So in the month of December, we'll have the examination. So let's go ahead and understand how this application has to be filled. What are the steps involved? How do I begin with actually? So I'm going to cover every aspect of it. How to begin with. That's the first part of the application process. So you know that there is a separate website which IIM Bangalore has created for the undergraduate program, and it is not just about the website, it is also about the campus. So a very beautiful campus is coming up in the city of Bangalore, which is going to be 25-30 kilometers away from the current campus. So this campus will be dedicated for the undergraduate programs. And over the years, as we move on, we'll have more undergraduate programs coming up. But right now, IIM Bangalore is launching two programs of Bachelor of Sciences. One is Bachelor of Science Honors with a major in economics and minor in data science along with business management. The other program is Bachelor of Sciences Honors data science with a minor in economics and business management. So there are two different programs coming up from next year. The batch will start, the academic session will start August 2026, but the admission test is scheduled this December itself, which means if you have already completed class 12 within the age limit of 20 years you are, and or you are in class 12 right now having mathematics in your class 12, having studied mathematics in class 10, then you become eligible for these two programs. So for which the application went live today, and the closure of the application form will happen on 20th November. Now, of course, there are holidays, you will be enjoying your festivals, but immediately after Diwali, if not today, try fill and complete the application form. Don't wait for the last moment. So this is the website, and if you log in, if you go to the website, you'll see these images out there. So the website, the URL for the IIM Bangalore UG program and the application form is ug.iimb.ac.in. So this is the URL where you have to, this is the web page portal where you have to complete your application process. Now, once you go to this particular page, on top you'll see apply for 2026 admission. All you have to do as the first step is to click on apply for 2026 admissions, and then you will have a page coming up like this, which comes with the instructions first. It is all about beginning the browser requirements. Your browser should be completely updated. So whichever browser you are using, either you're using Edge, Chromium, Mozilla, or Google Chrome, please ensure they are updated and conform to the specifications given in the instruction. Okay, so it is always advisable, please don't do it on the mobile phone, do it on the laptop, desktop. That would be better actually. You'll have a better view, you'll have a better control actually. So it's very, very important. Okay, now like any application form, the IIM Bangalore application begins with the registration part, and to register you have to give your personal details. So the moment you click on that page, after reading the instruction, you need to scroll down and you will have start filling your application. Basically, you will start the registration process for the IIM Bangalore UG 2026. Now, of course, the very first detail which you have to fill is your name. So candidate first name comes here. If you have a middle name as well, that will come here, and your last name will come here. Remember, there is a clear instruction around this. Please enter your name strictly as per certificate mark sheet of matriculation without any salutation. So don't put Mr., Miss, or something like that. Simply put your first name, middle name, if applicable, and the last name as per your class 10th mark sheet, how it appears over there. Then you have to submit your date of birth over here as per your class 10th mark sheet. So by any chance, if there is a variation between your Aadhaar card date of birth or in your and your class 10th mark sheet, please remember the rule here is whatever date of birth is mentioned for you in your class 10th mark sheet or the certificate, that applies over here. So you'll type here. Remember, there is an age limit out there. From the drop down, you'll select your gender, male, female, transgender. The three options are there. The age is auto calculated. You know, the cutoff date is 1st of August 2026. You should not be more than 20 years on 1st of August 2026. So the moment you put your date of birth here, you select it, the system automatically calculates and displays your age in terms of years, months, and days as you will be on 1st of August 2026. Then the email ID is, of course, required. You have to type your email ID here. You have to confirm, which means retype your email ID. There should not be a mismatch. If there's a mismatch, the system will give you an immediate alert. You'll have to type your mobile number. You have to confirm your mobile number once again. Then you can, if you operate a different WhatsApp number, that is optional, by the way. You can give your optional number as well, which you operate for the WhatsApp. If you have two SIMs, one is your primary one, the other is your secondary one. Probably you use your secondary one. That option is given, but it is not mandatory. And emergency contact mobile number is mandatory, which means if you're using your mobile number for the application form, then put either of your parents' number as emergency contact mobile number or vice versa, actually. The next question they're asking is, how did you hear about this program? Was it social media, word of mouth, others? If you select others, then you'll have to specify. You have to type, what do you mean by others? Is it somebody, some institution, whatever it is, you have to type over there. Then yes or no to the question. I would like to be informed of the program admission process via SMS and email. So from the drop down, you can select yes or no. Okay. Then finally, you have the declaration part at the beginning itself, the first level of declaration, which says that whatever information so far I have provided, as far as it is my name, my date of birth, all those details, they are true and best to my knowledge. So all the important information by the IIM Bangalore institution will come to the communication details which I have provided so far now. So declaration, you agree on the checkbox, and then you give that command to generate OTP. So you click here, generate OTP. Now, before your OTP is generated, there is a CAPTCHA here. So first you have to select on I agree. Once you click on the button get OTP, the CAPTCHA will appear. You have to type in the CAPTCHA as you can see on your screen, re-verify, and then you will receive your OTP on the email address which you have provided for the registration as well as your mobile. So you'll get a text message over there. Then you submit the OTP. The first process is a first level of verification will happen. So you'll see a screen where your name, first name, your last name will appear, your date of birth will appear, your gender will appear, your email ID which you have filled in just a short while ago, that will appear, your mobile number. Then how did you hear about this program? I would like to be informed or not, that yes or no would be here. Now, for if each of them is correct, what you provided, check for a spelling mismatch, especially from your name perspective, check for correct date of birth, check for gender, email ID, and mobile number. And if all of them are right, just keep selecting the check boxes here against each of the parameters. Once you have selected all the parameters, once you have checked that, then you have to simply click on re-verify, and this completes your registration process. Now you may choose to log out and come back later, or the simplest process is to go on the top right side, click on go to application. You continue and try to complete your application then and there itself. So all you have to do is go to application. If not, then you have to log out, come back once again. Now when you click here, when you click on go to application, some of your details which you have provided earlier come pre-filled. Application number is also generated for you. Your full name comes filled in. Your date of birth is displayed. Your gender is displayed. The email ID, the mobile numbers, the emergency contact number which you provided, they come displayed. So to all the questions or the or the details which you have filled as part of the registration, they come here on the screen, and the declaration part, then you can simply go below actually and start filling your personal details. That begins with giving typing the name of your father or the guardian, as the case may be here. So till this part, that is, the form is pre-filled. From here you start filling the application form. So first is a mandatory one, father's or guardian name. You type. Even if you type in lowercase, it will take that in uppercase. So don't worry, that will happen. Your mother's name, your nationality has to be selected from the drop down. You'll see only Indian as an option. So you simply select from the drop down. Then here comes your category. Now, your social category, whether you belong to general category, other backward classes, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, or economically weaker section. So these five options will appear over here. You select whichever is applicable to you. If you're a general category student, this will get hid actually. So you won't have to give any details about any certificate, because there's no category certificate for a general student. But if you belong to the OBC category, you belong to the SC category, ST category, or EWS category, then if you have selected any of the four, then you have to also provide the details of the certificate, the category certificate issuing authority, the category certificate issue date, on which date the certificate was issued, and category certificate serial number. So they'll be able to identify from that. Now, please remember a fact over here, that in case of students who belong to OBC, always remember that the reservation benefit only goes to student, only provided to students who are from the non-creamy layer. Secondly, as far as NCL OBC, non-creamy layer OBC category, and EWS category is concerned, there is always a cutoff date. Right now, of course, you'll be uploading these certificates or providing the details for the certificates which you got made this year on 1st of April or later. But during the admissions or before the admissions, they'll definitely ask you for the latest certificate, which gets updated on 31st March or first of April of the next financial year, which means you will have to reapply for your updated certificate in the month of April and get a new one, because these two category reservation benefit is based on a income parameter. Okay, so certificate details provided. The next question is applicable to everyone. Are you a person with disability? Yes or no. Whatever the case may be, you just select from the put a tick on that radio button and simply save and next. Okay, so that will take you to the prompt will come. Okay, data has been saved successfully. You move on. Now it is time to fill your details about communication, your address details. Mobile, email ID already provided. Your address detail will come here. So you type your address, you mention your city. Then from the drop down, you select your state, you type your PIN code. If your permanent address, permanent residence address is same, simply select the yes. It will auto-populate this part of it. If it is no, your permanent address is different from your current residence address, then go on, select no here and go on to type the permanent address similar to what you did for the current address. Quite simple so far. So communication details, basically, very easy. You have to type in everything except to select the state from the drop down. That's the only option available out there. Rest everything you have to type. So be careful. Just ensure that you are typing it all correctly. The next part is about your educational qualifications, and it all begins with providing information for your class 10th, then followed by 11th, followed by class 12th. So I'm sure all of you have already completed class 10th. No issues about that. You've already completed your class 11th. In some cases, you may have already completed your class 12th. Okay. First is name of the board. So what is the name of the board to which your school is affiliated or your institution is affiliated? It could be Central Board of Secondary Education. It could be ISC. It could be West Bengal State Board. So whatever is applicable, simply type correctly the name of the board. Then comes your institution name. So what is the name of your school or the junior college? Just type the name over here. What percentage of marks you got in class 10th mathematics? Remember, this question is about mathematics. What percentage of marks you secured? So out of 100, whether it was 90%, 95%, 85%, whatever it was, if you got your results in CGPA, convert your CGPA grades to percentages. You know the formula. You can ask your school for that. Then in which year you completed your class 10. So mostly it is May. So currently the students who are in class 12, they, for them the month and year would be 05 2024. That you have to select from the calendar given over here. You cannot type it. Then your overall performance in class 10th. What was your overall percentage? Okay. So or CGPA, whatever it was, you have to submit over here. The question is, did you study mathematics as a subject in class 11th and 12th? You have to select a yes. If you select no, you are not eligible. You know that. Okay, mathematics is the eligibility factor as far as these two programs admissions are concerned. Similarly, for a similar information has to be keyed in for your class 12, class 11th, and then your class 12th. Now, because most of you are still in class 12th, you will be appearing for your board examination in the month of February, March. The options changes accordingly. Name of the board, board institution name, month and year of completion. So for most of you, it would be 05/2026. Percentage of marks obtained in mathematics, you can see it is not mandatory of overall percentage because you are still to appear for the class 12th examination. Okay, so these are two information are not mandatory. Once filled, simply click save and next, and that will take you to the next part of the application form, which is about selecting your exam center city. So you have three options: preference test city 1, preferred test city 2, preferred test city 3. Let me help you understand how do you pick this. Let's say you stay in Bangalore. You live in Bangalore. So from the drop down, check if Bangalore is one of these cities listed here. Of course, it is there. Select Bangalore because you are from Bangalore. Now, the next city, nearest city from the list could be Chennai, and the third one could be Delhi. So the most closest comes here, the most closest, or your place of residence, if that is available. Then the next best, then the next best option come over here. Imagine because this works on the preference, likely to get your first preference itself, but if not, then they can allocate your city which is in the second preference. So give the drop from the drop down, select the list very, very carefully. Okay, and here itself you have to make the payment. Okay, so this is important part. You have to make the payment because I selected general category. It is showing me 3,000 rupees. So I have to first make the payment. Once I have made the payment, then I'll save and next, and I'll move here. And finally, the document upload process begins. This is the last step of the application form before I preview and submit. So document upload process is here. We have to upload the scanned copy of a recent passport size photo, scanned copy of signature. So take a white paper, use a blue or a black ballpoint pen, sign on it, take a scan of it, and simply upload here. Upload your scanned 10th class mark sheet here, 11th class mark sheet here, 12th, if already available, upload, or this can be left blank. Now, the banking transaction which happened online for the bank payment, your reference number, UTR number comes here, the bank branch, and the date of payment comes over here. Okay, if that is the case, you upload your application fee payment receipt, and then you'll have to complete the final process, which is sign the declaration that all the information I have provided is completely correct, best of my knowledge. Fill in the captcha, go for the preview, and submit the application form. So this is the entire process of completing the application form. It is very, very important. Class 12th mark sheet is not mandatory. Only if you may have done some mistake earlier, then it would be asking about it. It is not mandatory. If it is happening again and again, then it's better wait for some time before you complete the application form. The reason is we have time, and first day the form has gone live, there might be some issues. So it's better you wait for another couple of days before you start completing your application form. It is obviously showing every time compulsory. We'll also point this out to the institution, and hopefully your query will get resolved about that actually. Okay, so that's a simple application form, not too detailed. All you have to do is you have to get your documents ready, your documents in case of your social reservation category, plus your scanned copy of the photograph, signature, 10th mark sheet, 11th mark sheet, 12th if you have already completed your class 12, the payment receipt, all that gets uploaded. So payment receipt you cannot have earlier, later on, but then rest of the things they should be ready on your system. Simply start uploading. Do a thorough check of your preview, but before you submit the application form. Now, ideally, I would say wait for a couple of days. First, enjoy your Diwali and then start filling the application form. Because it might be a possibility that there may be some elements which might not be working. So it may get activated. The institution will also realize. We'll also be pointing out to them. So that's how it works. So don't worry. We have time till 20th November. I'll not say you wait till 20th November. Always try to complete the application by 10th of November itself, but let's wait for another couple of days. Your problems will definitely get resolved. So that was the session all about. It's a big institution, the number one in India as per QS MBA rankings 2025, number 53 globally. You cannot afford to miss this opportunity. So, our suggestion is please go ahead and prepare seriously for the examination, even if it means that you have to wake up extra for next 45 days, 50 days, maybe another 2 hours to work upon. But do that and do ensure that you are getting into the new upcoming campus. You become part of the IIM Bangalore program. Thank you so much. We'll continue interacting and keep watching these sessions. Don't forget that if you have not subscribed, do subscribe the channel.